What is up, guys? This is me, Johnny Cooper 64 here with another YouTube video, and welcome to my episode 3 of my Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy Let's Plays on Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Today we're going to be playing the Dynamite, which is the first appearance of Baby T. Ooh, I love Dr. Entropy. Haven't we gotten far? Oh my god. Now, I do love how Entropy looks in this. You know, the amount of detail they put into him. You know, the huge-ass large nose, the chin. He looks like, that villain from Aladdin. And I do love, you know, how they had to, you know, add eye color to, you know, Dr. Entropy and as well to other villains as well. Because, you know, in the original, you know, they had black eyes. But over here, you know, they had to add it, you know, I guess color into their eyes. And, you know, I absolutely love how Entropy looks. And especially since he looks like what's called the villain from Aladdin, which is pretty hilarious in my opinion. Now we're in Dynamite, and I do love how the water reflects, you know, to the how the level's supposed to look like, and there's like a Crash Bandicoot imposter over here. I mean, this whole game is about imposters basically. You know, because there's fake Crash Bandicoot, and now there's these fake fishies for some reason, dressed as Crash Bandicoot. Look at him, dude. So I don't know what, like, were they trying to fool like the younger players, saying, you know, how that's supposed to be like Crash's son or something? Because obviously that's supposed to look like Crash Bandicoot. You know, and he also does the spin. You know, fun fact actually is that, you know, they were supposed to do like a prequel to Crash Bandicoot. We'll talk about that in a moment. But, you know, let's take a look at Baby T. Look at him, dude. Look at this guy. And look at the way Crash is sitting. But, dude, he looks... I'm sorry to say this, dude, but what the hell happened to him, dude? He looked beautiful and, you know, super cute in the original trilogy. But over here, he doesn't really look that good, in my opinion. I think they could have improved them, because his design, like during the cover of like because, you know, they were doing, you know, covers of each Crash game. You know, they had the Crash Bandicoot 1 cover, the Crash 2 cover, Crash 3 cover, and obviously they used the North American cover for, you know, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, and basically they remastered the cover, and BBT looked super different from what he looks like in, you know, right now. Also, Pura looks more orange in the you know, the cover, but Baby T, dude, he looks weird. And I think, I mean, his design, you know, the way he's shaped and everything is good, but I think it's basically his head that needs to be improved. His face, I guess, because he has like more brownish than greenish in his head, and I think they could have fixed that easily, I guess, in a future Crash game or something. But he doesn't really look that good. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. Also, I noticed Dynamite. I guess, you know, a reference to that in a way. But damn, dude, Baby T kind of looks really ugly in this. But anyways, back to the little Crash fishies. You know, those, I think, well, basically, back in 2010, you know, they were making this new Crash game, and it was basically like a Crash Bandicoot reboot. And it was basically how Crash met other Bandicoots, or, you know, he was trying to save other Bandicoots, and it was going to have like a more darker story, I guess, to Crash Bandicoot, and, you know, kind of a little backstory to how, you know, Crash came to be. A reboot, of course, so, you know, I guess Dr. Neocortex didn't, you know, really create him, and there was more Bandicoots in that game, baby Crashies or something, baby Bandicoots. And I guess, you know, those little fishies kind of look like them. So, you know, the game is called I Am Crash Bandicoot / Crash Landed. You know, not really a finalized name to the game, but it will have been a pretty amazing game. The design, though, I think looked amazing. You know, it looked kind of indie in a way. But, you know, for a game, it actually looked like a pretty nice idea. hopefully, you know, I think they could cover that, you know, in a future Crash game, you know, show other Crash Bandicoot games, you know, kind of do it a bit of like Sonic, you know, Sonic Adventure type of thing with, you know, the new Crash games, I guess, or some Crash games, because I think Crash can expand, you know, how like, you know, the original formula went through like Twinsanity, you know, there's like Twinsanity in the original formula, you know, they can kind of do that, you know, with Crash. You know, kind of how like Sonic does it, you know, there's like the Sonic Adventure games, or you know how like Super Mario does it, you know, there's like the Super Mario Odyssey games, then there's like the new Super Mario Bros. And you know, talking about new Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario 3D Land, you know, I think it's Super Mario 3D Land is a bit more appropriate, since, you know, it's more, you know, open world. I think they could try to do something similar to that, you know, for a future Crash game, you know, have like characters, either like Tana, or another Bandicoot, a new Bandicoot character, I guess, be introduced as like a fourth main character. Obviously, the third one being Crunch, so it's gonna be like Crash, you know, Coco and Crunch Bandicoot, and possibly Tana. I think it will be Tana. You know, add like 2 males and 2 females, I think. Oh my flipping god! I'm getting sucked into that tornado. I think that's the origins of Sharknado, dudes. You know, a little tornado spinny thingy, you know, with a tornado. Why don't they throw like a little shark there, you know? Kind of add, you know, the little Sharknado type of reference, you know? Oh my god, you guys see that? Oh my god, the little tornado kind of like tried to suck me in, even thought I wasn't really close to him. You know, the little nice details I pick up, you know, when during the Sane Trilogy. You gotta kill that fish. That fish is evil, dude. Oh look, it's the shark. Sharknado. Trying to kill me, trying to eat me, eat my ass. Oh no, oh my flipping god. I try to go back, but you know, once you go back you can't stop or something like that. Now I wasn't moving during that part, so I was actually getting sucked in by the Sharknado tornado type of thing. Alright, let's go up. Okay, so obviously, wait, did I lose Aqua? I lost Aqua. God damn it. Alright. Okay, wait. Let me wait for him to turn into Mrs. Puff, and then I'll puff my way out of here. Got the checkpoint. Let's go to this little vehicle. I don't know what the hell this vehicle does, besides doing all this stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot it boosts as well. But I won't really boost as much, because, you know, I could possibly go into the tornado thing and suck myself in. And, I guess... Wait, let me wait. This is the moment where I kind of take a little bit of a boost. Or, oh yeah, I forgot, even if you don't have Aquaku, that little thing, kind of protects you in a way, but it takes damage. So basically, after it takes damage, you know, you can't use the machine thingy, but, you still, you don't die, basically, you know, the thing dies for you, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a second Aquaku if you already have an Aquaku. Alright. Give him the crystal. Blah. Ew. Crash, you disgusting creature. Now let's go to high time. Hang 'em high. Oh my god, look at Dr. Entropy. Just you continue to gather crystals and see what I do. I do love the little redesign. You know, that has, you know, in his little helmet type of thing. Do love, you know, the way they did it. Obviously it looks really different from the original, and the other characters kind of, you know, stay true to the original. Entropy's, you know, kind of helmet that really doesn't in a way, but, you know, it's actually really better than the original, and I really like the little designs, and, you know, how like the helmet, instead of being plasticky and stuff like that, they made it kind of like worn out, like, you know, like a bit more realistic in a way, you know, and I really love, you know, how Crash, Sane Trilogy looks really different from Skylanders, and a lot of people were actually comparing Sane Trilogy and how it closely looked like Skylanders, and I'm gonna highly disagree with that. I mean, like, so if there was no Skylanders, then, you know, not a lot of people will have known, will have compared this to Skylanders, I guess you can say, obviously, but they use a different engine from what they use, because this one they use alchemy. Completely different from Skylanders. Skylanders is like a different engine, and it's more plastic and stuff like that. This is also like the same engine. Oh, come on, little monkey. This is also this. Oh my flipping god! the same engine they used, you know, for Crash Nitro Kart, if you didn't know. Pretty cool. But I think this is like the last time they actually use alchemy. They're gonna be using Unreal Engine 4 along with Toys for Bob, or I think Toys for Bob is the only one who's gonna be using Unreal Engine 4. But yeah, that's that. And that guy turned me into Aladdin, or not the Aladdin, but the genie guy. Mama Genie. Oh yeah, what's called the genie from Aladdin actually looks like Dr. Entropy combined with the villain from Aladdin. But I did hear somewhere that Entropy's based, or like inspired by the villain from Aladdin because of how close they look, you know, because of their little devilish beard. Okay, come on. Also the Arabian levels, you know, like these make a huge comeback in what's it called, Crash Bandicoot 2 Entrance, which is made by Vicarious Visions. I do love the Arabian levels during that game, dude. Absolutely amazing. I love how Vicarious Visions did Entrance, because Entrance is a pretty damn good game, and it obviously shows how, you know, Vicarious Visions do know how to make new Crash games. And you know, with that whole, oh my flipping god, you know, with that whole thingy that they're gonna be making new Crash games for like 5 years, it's gonna be good. Sadly, I think Spyro's remaster, you know, if they're gonna make new Spyro games, it's probably gonna like take the thing of new Crash games, you know, because Spyro, you know, he is the like how do I say this? He has like 2 series right now. Obviously, if they actually do the remaster, then he's gonna like, oh, I forgot I don't have the little triple spin and like the tornado spin, basically. But as I was saying, Spyro kind of has like 2 series, kind of like how Sonic does for the moment, at least. Because Sonic has like Sonic Boom, and then, you know, the classic Sonic type of thing. Then there's Skylanders and Spyro, and you know, if they actually do the remaster, then, you know, he's gonna have a second series. But for now, Spyro currently only has 1 until we have like a full confirmation that you know, Spyro's gonna get a remaster. So unless you're watching this Let's Play series and you're already seeing how you know, Spyro already got his remaster, and you know how well handled they actually did with both of the series. Because I'm gonna admit, I'm not gonna lie as well, but a lot of people were comparing Crash to Spyro, and they both do have a lot of things similar. But I mean, obviously they're both different series. But you know, as far as how, you know, they release games, you know, they both, you know, release games kind of like similar to both of the exact same year. You know, Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, and then, you know, there's Spyro 1, Spyro 2, Spyro 3, and then there's what's that level, what's that game called? Oh yeah, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly or something, Enter the Dragon, or yeah, Enter the Dragonfly or something like that. And then there's Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, both of them being like really bad games, in my opinion. But even they're alright, but not good. And then there's Spyro 5, and then, you know, Crash Twinsanity, both of them being really good games. Then there's like the kind of like rebootish type of, you know, game, which is Crash of the Titans and the Legend of Spyro series, which, you know, they are, you know, good buddies. You know, only had 1 crossover though, but you know, as far as how marketing goes and stuff like that, they are both like, you know, partners. You know, kind of like how Mario and Sonic is. Even though Sonic isn't really a competition to Mario, because Sonic's just really failing with games. Sonic hasn't really had a good game, a good modern Sonic game since, I guess, Sonic Generations. And Sonic Generations is just like a celebration game. You know, I really like Sonic Unleashed. It's a really good game. Not classic Sonic, modern Sonic has really gone downhill, dude. Really gone downhill. And classic Sonic still kind of has a little bit of faith, because Sonic Mania was a pretty darn good game. But the bad thing about Sonic Mania, or at least, you know, for the future games, is that Sonic Mania takes levels from the original, and hopefully Vicarious Visions doesn't actually do that with, you know, the new game. I mean, they can add like a Wampa Islands, I guess, back again. But I mean like or like Insanity Beach. They can add Insanity Beach again, but I mean like more expanded and really different. But I guess takes place in the same location. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, Insanity Beach, we only see it one time, at least in the original trilogy. Oh no. Oh god, I hate the oh my freaking god, I hate the controls in Crash Racing. Flippin' hell. God damn it, I lost. Or did I? I did, I lost. There's like no chance of me winning this race. Ah, god damn it. And there you go, look, I landed on the damn pit. Stupid hell, I had to do this all over again. Alright, let me just finish this and, you know, have to start a Uber again. But as I was saying, you know, Sonic Forces does take a lot of levels from the past again for some reason. Instead of, you know, creating new levels, they had to reuse the exact same levels, just differently. And, you know, Sonic Mania did the exact same thing, but for some reason, you know, they get a pass. Even though Sonic Mania is good, but it does take a lot of, you know, levels from the past. But, you know, as how, you know, far, you know, the story goes, it is pretty good, you know, because it is about like how, you know, time travel and stuff like that. Sonic Forces is a really bad game in my opinion, like super bad. Hopefully Crash 4 isn't that, because there, you know, there is a thing about, you know, fourth games not being as good. So Vicarious Visions, please make the fourth game absolutely amazing. So now talking about the 2019 game, the game I actually think it's gonna be is CTR Remaster, or at least CTR Remake. Now, I absolutely love how, you know, everything looks in the motorcycle levels, you know, and I will love to see a CTR remake, because this looks way more beautiful than, oh god, the controls again. This looks way more beautiful than Super Mario in my opinion, as far as how graphics are and stuff like that. Super Mario, you know, I mean, Mario doesn't really focus on graphics, you know, on Nintendo and stuff like that, but this does look absolutely amazing in graphics, or like, of how it looks, basically. And I wish they actually do make a CTR remake, but, you know, as a remake, I mean, like, not remaster, because if you do a remaster, it's not gonna be good, you know. Now, I am not saying CTR is not good. What I mean is it's outdated. Because it is outdated compared to Super Mario, Mario Kart, you know what I'm saying? They did a fantastic job on how, like, it evolves. Crash Team Racing obviously either needs a new game, which, you know, with the original tracks, but, you know, with more addition and stuff like that, or, you know, a remake, you know, I guess kind of similar to like a new game in a way. But they obviously need to make new stuff, because if they don't, it's gonna fail so bad. It's probably gonna like get Crash back to kind of dead in a way. I mean, not really dead, but it's gonna have like a lot of bad reviews, because, you know, I know a lot of reviewers are gonna be saying how, you know, the level, or, you know, how the game is really outdated. And it obviously is if they actually do a remaster. They do need to add new tracks, you know, how like Mario Kart 8, you know, they do take a few tracks from the, you know, other previous games, and that's what I want Crash Team Racing, the new game, to be. You know, kind of gonna take tracks from the original, possibly from Crash Nitro Kart as well, since Vicarious Visions, you know, made Crash Nitro Kart. So now you know, I think they are gonna be like taking a few tracks from there and modifying them a bit, and you know, as well as you know, making new tracks and stuff like that. So that would be absolutely amazing, you know. And of course, you know, kind of change how the controls are. I do wish they also make you know, more vehicles, yeah, that you can kind of like select instead of just being one card, because, you know, Mario Kart, you can select as many vehicles as you want. And I do wish, you know, they kind of bring back this little motorcycle that we're playing as right now. That would be absolutely amazing if they do. And I'll play the hell out of it. I also add online multiplayer, because, dude, like, I think that's like the only reason why a lot of people want a remaster or a remake or a new CTR game, is because of the online games. Multiplayer, you get to play as, you know, compete with other players. Of course, add 4 players in the game. You know, split screen. You know, so you can, you know, take your family and, you know, play with them. You know, get families, you know, back together again. You know, with this whole new generation of how, like, you know, kids, you know, play, or, you know, stay a bit too much in their little phone. I think, you know, they can get CTR, you know, kind of bring families back together, and as well as a new Crash game. I hope they do. Ooh, no. Ooh, whoa. I hope they add a multiplayer, like 4 players and stuff like that. No. I think this guy's gonna beat me. Wait. No. Don't beat me, sir. Sir. You son of a goomba. I won first place. Give me that power crystal. Hell yeah. Hell flippin' yeah. I got it after 3 tries. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I want the new Crash game to also feature 4 players. So now back to Crash Bandicoot. Let's see. Double header. Now, as I was saying, you know, I do wish, you know, to kind of change the characters in a way. Oh, okay. Obviously a cutscene.
But I never expected you to make it this far. If you don't turn back.
Obviously, I do love the expressions the characters make and the amount of detail they do for each cutscene. You know, instead of, you know, having like the little bland face they did in the original, obviously because of, you know, how the, you know, they can't, you know, really change the graphics. But I do love how the amount of expressions each character makes. But anyways, back to double header. Now in the original, for some reason, instead of being in 2 heads, it's actually only 1 head. Like they had to like change it again, but this time with only 1 head. And also what I noticed about the, you know, remastered version, which we're currently playing, is that in the original they had only like 1 chicken, and it was like a huge ass chicken leg. In this one, it's like an entire chicken basically. So, you know, that's pretty cool to notice. And, you know, little green detail. And I do love, you know, the details they did with the rain, you know, because there's like 3 layers of rain. There's like the layer, the first layer, which is like the rain dripping into the screen, and then there's like the other layer, which is like dripping into Crash, and the other layer is kind of like not dripping in the screen, but like close to the screen to make it like more, I guess, more rainy in a way, more 3D. I do love how like the clouds and everything moves, you know, how like fast it's going, and, you know, the thunder, you know, the lightning and the thunder. Oh, obviously these guys pushed me to my death. I do want to try out the little death animation where like they bash my head into like the screen, breaking like the 4th wall that, you know, we're playing a video game. Alright, let's come on. But I also only have like 1 life. Oh, come on. Oh my flipping god, I turned into a freaking frog. Kermit the Frog, dudes. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the flippin' frog. Come on, Gandalf. Gandalf thinks he can defeat me, dudes. Holy flipping hell, this guy can't defeat me. Come on. Ah, you can't defeat me. I killed Gandalf the Black. Because there's Gandalf the Grey and... Oh, no, never mind. It's not Gandalf the Black. There's Gandalf the Grey, and then there's Gandalf the White, I think. Alright, come on. Okay, let's do this. Let's get as many lives as we can, because obviously I need them. I need them lives, my dude. Obviously I can't reach that anymore, so let me try to get these ones. Let's get these ones. Okay. Come on. Okay, I got currently 18 boxes. I'm not going to collect all the boxes. I'm just going to get as much as I can, so I can kind of like, you know, get as much as lives as I can, you know, for as far as how, you know, getting lives, you know, works. So I only got 1 life actually. That's pretty bad. As bonus, I think they could have, I guess, added more lives, I think. And you can see there's like the huge ass chickens that they have. You know, instead of just being 1 chicken, they added like an entire chicken. You know, pretty cool idea. Kind of shows how, like, you know, how everything evolves. You know. Come on. Oh my god. Now, as a kid, I actually thought the lab assistant was like dressed as a female character, instead of it being a prince. You know, I really didn't get the reference back then. But you know, I guess, you know, that's me as a kid. Like, come on, man, come on. Ooh, and I made it with 1 life. Holy flippin' hell. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Alright, time twister. Let's do it. Ooh. Damn it, I do hate the loading times though. Come on, dude. At least cut it in half. Now to Entropy's boss battle. One of my favorite boss fights in the entire Crash series.
Little vermin are way too stupid to understand what you're getting yourselves into. This time, you've done it.
Oh man, I do love how Entropy, you know, sounds and everything. You know, of course they use the original actor for Entropy, which is pretty good. Here's this little cutscene that I love.
Now you're on my time, you little skunk. Give me the
I think, you know, the actor didn't really try for this line. I think he only took like 1 take or something. Because I think they could have delivered the line more better. Because in the original, the line was really powerful in a way. Like, it sounded more menacing and stuff like that. Over here, it really sounds really bland. You know, a remaster is supposed to be an improvement, not a downgrade. But I guess, you know, I guess I'm a nitpicker for, you know, small things, but that's it. That's one of the reasons why I actually love this boss battle. You know, the cutscene, you know, the way how Entropy delivers the line. It's like super powerful. Like, not sure how to say this. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love Entropy, and you know, the boss fight is because of the line he made in the, you know, in the beginning of the game and the way he delivered it. Sadly, the original didn't really, you know, I mean, not sadly the original. I mean, sadly the remastered version didn't really, you know, deliver that. Do love how, you know, we're fighting Entropy. So basically, I guess when we're fighting Entropy, we're fighting through time and stuff like that. Also, I do love the little, these little, what's it called, magnets that kind of like, what's it called, how do I say this? You know, kind of connect to Entropy's little stick that he has. I don't think the original had that. So yeah, that's a pretty cool feature if they actually added that in the remastered. Pretty nice, pretty nice. But I love how, you know, we're fighting through time. Kind of like using the entrance, or like entrance use this for like the for the entrance game. Also, what I don't know is like, why is this like the 3rd boss battle? Isn't Entropy supposed to be like the 4th boss battle, since, you know, he's kind of like the main villain in a way for, you know, Crash Bandicoot Warped, because Crash Bandicoot Warped is based off of time. We just defeated the time man, so like, you know, they could have made this the 4th final boss, or like the 4th boss battle, or at least the boss battle for like at least like a pre-final boss battle in a way. You know what I'm saying? Which will kind of mean that, you know, we will have to have another villain, you know, fill Entropy's role for this boss battle. Oh my god. Uka just goes straight into the screen, or like super close to the screen. Kind of like being super angry at the player. So he's basically super angry at me. Now, what I noticed about this cutscene is how, like, Cortex says, you know, since we defeated the main Time Lord and stuff like that, you know, things are going to be changing. And indeed, they are going to be changing. Like, I guess this is where Fake Crash, you know, kind of steps in. Is how, like, I guess due to me defeating Entropy, we create fake replicas, I guess, replicas. And, you know, Fake Crash being one of them. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my part 3 of my Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.